running fam, I'm Average Dom Slim. I want to start with some updates. Update 1 is we just hit 1,000 subscribers. This is huge. This is massive. I'm stoked. I started this channel in March 2023 and my ambitious goal was to get 1K subs by March 2024 in 12 months. And we did it with 2 months to spare. Thanks to you. Thank you guys so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, engaging, and sticking around on my channel to watch my journey and be part of this new community. It's because of you that I can keep making content, and it's because of you that I want to keep making my content better, more informative, more entertaining. And I promise that 2024 is going to be the best year yet for this very channel. So I hope you stick around. And to those of you who haven't subscribed yet, come on, join the fam. Go on, hit the button. You know you want to. Come on, I'll wait.
Yo, get the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff till you hearing that sound.
Update 2, here are my goals and races for 2024, and I'm so excited. Now first, just to set the context, a very quick recap of what I achieved in 2023. So I started the year with PBs in the 10K and the 5K. On to quarter 2, I jumped into some bigger races, a half marathon, a 15K, and a marathon or 2. I had some broad goals. I wanted a sub 120 half marathon, but I knew if I got a sub 116 marathon, then I could get priority start at the Gold Coast full marathon. I didn't know if I could achieve that. It turns out that I could, and I got 1:15:57. That was an 18-minute PB from my first and only half marathon 2 years prior. And I also wanted a sub 3 marathon. I ended up getting 2:50, only to be a little bit disappointed because by that stage, I thought I could do a little bit better. And yet, it was a 43-minute PB from my first and only marathon 4 years prior. Then in the second half of 2023, I returned to those smaller distances. I got a PB in the 10K, 33:36, meaning a 2-minute PB for 2023, and also got 15:46 in the 5K, meaning a 1-minute PB for 2023. So that's where I landed for the year. A very solid year, and I'm very happy. But then, where does that leave me for 2024? Now, as I go through my goals for the year, I would love to hear about what you plan to achieve in 2024, so please let me know in the comments below. So in the 5K, I want to get another PB. Let's make this neat, and I'm going to aim for 15:30 this year. Now, I'm going to attempt that sporadically at park runs throughout the year, and if I get close but no cigar, I plan to run an elite 5K race in Noosa in November, one that I watched last year before I did the triathlon, where I can hopefully be pushed by the actual elites to crack my goal. 10K, I want to run 30 seconds or so faster and get into the 32-minute club. I haven't actually decided any particular 10K races throughout the year, but I know there are plenty to choose from. So the half marathon is going to be my next big focus. I plan to run the Hobart Airport half marathon in April. That's 3 months away. So I'm about to start refining my training for that half marathon. Now I want to run 1:13 or 73, whatever you like to call it. That will be a 2 to 3 minute PB. And at the same time, I'll also get to travel a little bit around Tassie, which will be cool. And now the big one, the marathon. Honestly, the marathon does not excite me like the other races. It's a bit scary and it's a lot of effort. But you know that I'm not happy with where I am at currently. And you know that I know that I can do a lot better. So I've already signed up to the Gold Coast Marathon in July, and I'm going to run 2:39, a 12-minute PB. So that's what I'm going to discuss, how I'm going to run a 2:39 marathon. Okay, here's how I'm going to do it. First up, the training pillars. Mileage. I'm going to have to run a lot more than I ever have. And I'm currently running 100 kilometers a week. And I'm gonna build that when I start my marathon training block. It's insane. It's silly, I know, but you gotta love it. Last year I ran between 70 kilometers to 100. My biggest week was 109 kilometers, and that was the week that I got injured. That was 4 weeks out from the marathon, and the rest is history. So right now, I'm already running 100 kilometers a week, so a build to 120 kilometers or more during my marathon training block is gonna be a lot easier and a lot less risky in terms of injuries. Long run, it's gonna remain a Sunday staple. See my previous video on everything about the long run. It's going to be critical to mileage, building endurance, and just generally preparing for the 42.2. And I'm going to be guided by my coaches on how high we build this. So watch this space. Intervals and thresholds, this is the speed work that I need as part of my regime because it keeps me moving fast. Now I know you don't run a marathon at your 5K pace, but in order to get that 2:39 marathon, I still need to run at 3:46 per kilometer. So it's not going to be slow. When I run intervals, I run somewhere between 2:50 and 3:15 pace, and when I run my thresholds, I run at about 3:27 to 3:30. Racing. Now I've already gone through some of the races that I have planned. The half is going to be integral to building for the marathon, and the next 6 months will be peppered with smaller races where possible. I love racing. It helps me become a better runner. Now here's one thing that I actually need your help with. I'll be running the Gold Coast Running Festival. I'm actually an ambassador for the event. I ran it last year and it is fantastic. It has all distances from 1K right through to 30K. So if you're Gold Coast based or close enough, then come race with me on that day. It's going to be on the 28th of April, 2024. And if you use code AVERAGEDOMSLIM10 at the checkout, you can get 10% off. So why not? As for me, and this is where I need your help, what should I race? I can't do the 1 or the 2.5K for kids, but 5, 10, 21, 30, these are open to me to race, and I'd love your views in the comments below on what you think I should race. I'll also be hosting a vote on Instagram, so we'll see what you guys decide for me. In terms of fueling, I definitely need to practice taking on more gels during long runs. I currently do my 1 hour 45, and I'm fine at taking 1 gel, but I need to train my body and my gut take on more gels so it's not a shock for my system on marathon day. Fueling, nutrition, food in general, it remains a fluid process where I try and I fail and I figure out what works best for me, and I always encourage others to do the same for them. But for me, here are some undeniable heroes. Eggs, bread, banana, Wheat Bix, rice, pasta, oats. Now as for sleep, rest and recovery, I know it's going to be a huge year. It's going to be busier than ever, and I'm going to be running more than I ever have. So I need to take the time to remember the fundamentals. Friday is currently my rest day, and I'm going to protect that with my life. We'll see what my coaches say when we start the marathon block and whether they want me to run on that day. Hopefully I can keep Friday as my dedicated rest day because I love it. Also important to remember recovery, stretching, mobility, yoga, which I don't do. All of these can go a really long way to helping your body recover. And sleep. Good sleep is just fundamental to repair, energy levels, health in general, everything in general, just sleep. That's it for today. 2024 is already shaping up to be a cracker of a year. I bet it's going to be fantastic for you too. Subscribe to my channel, please, if you will, and we can do this together as a running fan. I'm Average Dom Slim, and I will see you next week.
He's back, sweaty, but bringing the goods.